Many times you are taking a fight in Valorant, it just feels uncomfortable. Feels like the enemy is always a step ahead somehow and you can't find a way to deal with it. If you paid attention, I already told you the most important word in this video: uncomfortable. If a fight feels uncomfortable, it's because you are in a disadvantage in some way. It could mean that the enemy can see you from two different angles and you have to gamble which one to look at, or it could mean that you are forced to take a long range fight while you have a phantom. But what is essential to understand here is that if we have this feeling, it means we are making a misplay somehow. In that moment when you realize this, you can think about it, what exactly bothers your mind. As you identify the problem, you can just adjust yourself to either minimize it or fix it completely. Let's see an example. We are in a 2v2 retake on Heaven C side. Spike is planted and we don't have guns. Jet saw me on CT and I don't wanna repeat into a Vandal, so I regroup with my Sky in Garage. Sky gets deleted straight away, but luckily I can get the trade. Now it's a 1v1, but I think we can all realize that with a classic, any fight that I would take coming out of Garage would be uncomfortable. So I try to outplay my enemy. I put a weird smoke on CT that could indicate that I wanna push through it. My smoke creates a lot of new angles that someone could push out from. So he might think that I am planning to do exactly that. Otherwise, I could have just put a normal smoke to cut off the angle, knowing that he somehow has to hold the smoke. Do not let me get to site, I can already know where he is the most likely to be, this side of the site. Could also be on the platform, but then he would risk a position where he has to hold two angles at once, where even my classic could win if he is not looking at me. So I expect him to hold the smoke from an angle where he is relatively safe. I can't see him from the garage entrance. That's still the same area I was thinking before, so I calmly push in and clear angles. I was right and I am able to clutch the round. As I explained my thought process, now you can understand that because he didn't want to be in an uncomfortable situation, he had to do something about it. And he did make a decision. You can decide if it was the right one or not, but the main idea is that because I know how the uncomfortable feeling works in Valorant, I was able to use that against him. Let's not forget that I did make this play also to avoid something really uncomfortable. And yes, it was risky, but as I said, sometimes you can just minimize these feelings. Can't always take them away totally. My smoke created a situation where he had to do something and be reactive. My personal opinion is that he didn't make a good play here, since the spot he chose was still an angle where he was exposed to two different angles. The backside play, for example, would have been better. But if you wanna know the truth about Valorant, you should click on this video.